So hi guys, welcome back to this match between South Africa and New Zealand. It is the Tri Series final, a big final actually. And straight away one ball has been bowled and Tim Seifert has off the mark with a single. He's given the strike to Devon Conway. Second ball coming up from Lungi Ngidi, and Conway drives down the ground to mid-off and picks up a quick single as well. So Conway is also off the mark. Finally, South Africa have won the toss against New Zealand in this Tri Series, and they have elected to bowl first because chasing has been the norm in this Tri Series, and New Zealand themselves have found it easy to chase in the previous few matches. So New Zealand now will be tested actually in this final because batting first, they have to post a good total if they want to win this final. I would say South Africa are in a good position after winning the toss. That's a good length delivery, defended back to the bowler by Tim Seifert. It's another dot ball here, so good start from Lungi Ngidi. As expected, South Africa have brought back Corbin Bosch, Lungi Ngidi, Nandre Burger. They were all not playing the previous match. Now they are all back again. And as far as New Zealand is concerned, the same opening pair, Tim Seifert and Devon Conway, has been doing the job well. And this time it's on the pads, flicked away by Tim Seifert, but straight to short fine leg, and Seifert picks up another single. Gives the strike to Devon Conway. In fact, it's been given as one leg buys. Devon Conway is on strike now. Tim Seifert has been in good form in this Tri Series. Can he continue that form in this final as well? Two more deliveries left in this over. Oh, that's a good delivery actually, extra bounce there. I think it's hit Conway on the thighs, and have picked up another single, another leg by single. So this is a good start from Lungi Ngidi actually, bowling those hard lengths. Even in T20 cricket, it's a good sign. One ball left in this over, 4 runs from this over so far. And that's driven by Tim Seifert through the offside for 4. First boundary of the innings off the bat of Tim Seifert. And a nice way to finish the over for New Zealand. First boundary for Tim Seifert. First boundary for New Zealand. Ends that over. 8 runs came from the first over, and New Zealand are 8 without loss after 1 over. So nice way to finish that first over, and now Nandre Burger is going to be bowling the second over of this innings. He has been phenomenal for South Africa in the number of matches he has played so far. And he's bowling to Devon Conway. Straight away, wide down the leg side, beats the keeper as well into the boundary for 4. Oh my goodness gracious me. That is not what South Africa wanted. No, if it were only a wide, it would have been better, but wide plus a boundary, so 5 extra runs already to the total for New Zealand. And this time Conway drives through the offside towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Gives the strike to Tim Seifert. Actually, South Africa started well, but the last two boundaries have put New Zealand ahead here, and that to 4 plus the wide has not helped the cause for South Africa. Suddenly now New Zealand are having a current run rate of 12 runs, and that is the difference one boundary makes either way. That's down the leg side again, another wide ball. So Andre Berger needs to get his line and length properly. You cannot afford to bowl too many wides at the start of the innings. And that's driven by Seifert through the offside towards deep extra covers, picks up another single and gives the strike to Devon Conway. Oh, he's looking to drive, but not able to make connection. It's another dot ball here. Good comeback from Andre Berger. When he gets his line and length right, Andre Berger is really good to watch. Three more deliveries left in this over. 8 runs have come from this over so far. And that's driven by Conway towards deep point for another single. Gives the strike to Tim Seifert. I personally rate Andre Berger very highly actually. And that's driven by Seifert straight to mid-off. It's another dot ball here. So 9 runs have come from this over so far, still 1 ball left. And this time it's again another wide down the leg side. The third wide in this over from Andre Berger. Definitely has to work on his line. You cannot be giving so many extras like this. Ten runs from this over so far, still 1 ball left. And I'm sure there is plenty of support for South Africa in the crowd as well. Same continent as Zimbabwe. And Seifert flicks it away leg side, picks up another single to finish the over. Seifert will keep the strike. So 11 runs came from that over, and New Zealand are now 19 without loss after 2 overs. So Lungi Ngidi now continuing in the attack, And Seifert flicks it away. There is deep mid wicket. It will only be a single and gives the strike to Devon Conway. And this time Conway comes down the pitch. How did that miss the stumps there? I think it got an inside edge a little bit and he's picked up another single here. Ooh, that was close. Even Ngidi knows it. And this has been a good start from South Africa actually, barring a few extras which they have bowled. They have been right on the money actually. It's been good. And as I said, I rate Mandraberger very highly. He doesn't give that many runs. He's a very good bowler. Always bowls stump to stump. So now Ngidi coming back from over the wicket to Tim Seifert. And Seifert once again hits it towards mid wicket. Doesn't take the single. It's only a dot ball. So just 2 runs coming from this over so far. Still 3 balls left. That was a slow ball from Lungi Ngidi. Oh, Seifert looking to cut it away there, not able to make connection. It's another very good delivery back of the length from Lungi Ngidi. Pitching and bouncing a little bit. It's another dot ball. Very good bowling from Lungi Ngidi actually. Two more deliveries left in this over. Just 2 runs from this over so far. And Seifert comes down the pitch, hits it towards mid-on, picks up another single and gives the strike to Devon Conway. This is good from South Africa, very good. The pressure is mounting on the New Zealand batters, searching for momentum here. Got a few boundaries. But still the momentum, South Africa trying to come back into this match. That's a slow ball driven through the offside for 4 by Devon Conway. It was in the slot for Conway and he's just driven it over covers into the boundary for 4. So it was such a good over actually from Lungi Ngidi until that point. But it has ended with a boundary. 7 runs came from that over and New Zealand are now 26 without loss after 3 overs. So Kwena Mapaka is the new bowler into the attack and straight away sliced away by Tim Seifert towards deep point. Picks up another single and gives the strike to Devon Conway. And that's another good length delivery cut away by Conway towards point and picks up another single. Gives the strike to Tim Seifert. Seifert on strike. Oh, that's a good bouncer there. Pitched and took off from the wicket. It's another dot ball here. So 3 more deliveries left in this over now. And he goes for the big shot. And it's into the hands, is it? Did it bounce there? I think it bounced on the way to the deep point fielder. I mean, like, I was confused because I saw the ball in the air and then I saw the fielder. Yeah, I think it went on the bounce. So another single for Tim Seifert. We can sense that Tim Seifert is feeling the pressure. We can sense that Tim Seifert is feeling the pressure. He has scored only 1 boundary, faced 14 balls. And now Conway cuts over, shot third man into the boundary for 4. Short and wide from Kwena Mapaka. And Conway just threw his bat at it. Another boundary for Devon Conway. Second boundary for him. So last ball of the over. And this time Conway looking to flick it away. They're appealing for LBW. There's no way for that to be LBW because it will be going down the leg side. So it's another dot ball to finish that over. 7 runs came from that over and New Zealand are now 33 without loss after 4 overs. So there's a bowling change now. George Linde has been brought into the attack. Very interesting decision with Devon Conway at the crease. Normally you see many captains, when left-handers are at the crease, they don't want to bring left-arm spinners. But I think Rassi van der Dusen is taking that gamble and straight away Seifert swings leg side straight to mid-on. It's a dot ball to start the over. So clearly Tim Seifert is struggling a little bit. We can see that he's feeling the pressure. Batting at a strike rate of 73.33. He scored 11 runs from 15 balls. Oh, he's looking for the big one again. Gets an inside edge again. It's another dot ball. Excellent ball. Excellent start from George Linde. And this is going to be the challenge for New Zealand actually. Batting first and setting a total is never easy, particularly in tough conditions to bat. That's cut away by Seifert and into the boundary for 4. So for second boundary for Tim Seifert in this innings. I think it was slowed down a little bit by George Linde and Seifert just latched onto the back foot and cut it away. Much needed boundary for Tim Seifert and New Zealand. This time it's an again flighted delivery. Seifert cuts it straight to covers. It's another dot ball here. So Linde is mixing it up well. Two more deliveries left in this over. Seifert is itching to go after the go for the big shot every delivery. He's hit it down the ground this time. And one bounce for again. Second boundary of the over for Tim Seifert. I mean, like when you see Tim Seifert, he's itching to go for a shot every delivery. 2 boundaries in this over, still 1 ball left. So 1 ball left in this over. 8 runs from this over so far. And this time Seifert hits it down the ground, picks up a single, and he will keep the strike. 9 runs came from that over from George Linde, and New Zealand are now 42 without loss after 5 overs. Yes, Quena Mapaka again, and Seifert goes for the lap shot. It's over, short fine leg, and all the way for 6 is it? Has it gone all the way for 6? I think it has. The first 6 of the innings for New Zealand, and it's Tim Seifert who has played the lap shot, we can say, connected it beautifully out of the ground. A nice way to start the over from Tim Seifert. And this time Seifert cuts it through the offside, but there is deep point, so it will only be a single this time. And gives the strike to Devon Conway. So Conway on strike, and he guides it towards short third man. Oh, good fielding, very good fielding at short third man, and it'll be another single here. Gives the strike to Tim Seifert. 3 more deliveries left in this over. The 50 also comes up for New Zealand. 50 comes up in 5.3 overs, and that's a good short ball. Seifert is going for the pull shot, not able to make connection. It's another dot ball here. Two more deliveries left in this over. 8 runs from this over so far. And that's swung down the ground to mid-on. And Seifert picks up another single and gives the strike to Devon Conway. Nine runs from this over so far. One more delivery left. And last ball is flicked down the ground by Conway towards mid-on for another single to finish that over. 10 runs came from that over. The power play is over. New Zealand are now 52 without loss after 6 overs. So the new bowler into the attack now for South Africa, Senioran Muthuswamy, a superb bowler in the middle overs. And he's going to be bowling to Conway first ball. And that's a full toss. Conway drives straight to covers. A dot ball here to start the over. That's cut again by Conway. Straight to covers. It's another dot ball here. And this time it's a flighted delivery. Conway drives it down the ground to long on. Picks up another single. And gives a strike to Tim Seifert. Seifert also hits it down the ground to long off this time. Picks up another single and gives the strike to Devon Conway. Oh, that's another slower delivery through the air. Conway looking to flick it leg side, missing it altogether. It's another dot ball. Again, excellent pace variation from Senioran Muthuswamy. One more delivery left in this over. And that's flicked away by Conway towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single to finish that over. Excellent over from Senioran Muthuswamy. Just 3 runs came from that over. And New Zealand are now 55 without loss after 7 overs. Current run rate 7.86. Here's Corbin Bosch, the new bowler, into the attack. And straight away Conway drives in the air and has it gone. 1 bounce for 4 now through the offside. So Devon Conway welcoming Corbin Bosch to the crease with a boundary. A boundary to start the over. So Corbin Bosch coming around the wicket now. Conway comes down the pitch, drives it towards deep extra covers and picks up another couple of runs. So good running between the wickets from Conway. Again cut away by Conway towards deep point for 4 more. So another boundary here, 2 short, 2 wide from Corbin Bosch and cut away. Maybe this is the big over that New Zealand are looking for. Already 10 runs from this over, still 3 balls left. And this time Conway flicks it down the ground to mid-on, picks up another single and gives a strike to Tim Seifert. "11 runs from this over so far, still 2 balls left. Two more deliveries left in this over. And Seifert drives towards covers, picks up another single and gives a strike to Devon Conway. "12 runs have come from this over so far, still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over now, and Conway just gently flicks it leg side, picks up another single to finish that over. So Conway will keep the strike for the next over. 13 runs came from that over, and New Zealand are now 68 without loss after 8 overs. So Senior and Muthuswamy now continuing in the attack. Devon Conway on strike. Conway comes down the pitch and lifts it leg side all the way for 6. What a way to start the over. And that too, Devon Conway is taking down Senior and Muthuswamy, one of the best bowlers for South Africa in recent times. First ball of the over is out of the ground for 6. And it's actually the first 6 for Devon Conway in this innings and a much needed one for New Zealand. And this time Conway cuts it away through the offside towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Gives a strike to Tim Seifert. Oh, it's inside edge. Oh, how did that miss the stumps? Seifert was shaping up to cut, Got the inside edge. It just about missed the stumps, and it's another dot ball here. Oh dear, oh dear. And now Seifert comes down the pitch, and is that taken? Yes, it is. The first wicket goes down. What a catch that is at covers. So it doesn't matter whether the previous ball missed the stumps or the stumps didn't fall off. Rassie van der Dussen says, I will take matters in my own hands and take the catch at covers. And finally, the first wicket goes down for New Zealand. And it's that man again, Senioran Muthuswamy, who strikes for South Africa. They are checking the no ball. And I don't think that's a no ball. It's a fair delivery. So Seifert will have to go. But what a catch that is. Flying Rassie van der Dussen at covers. Taking the catch. And it's the end of Tim Seifert. Tim Seifert departs after scoring 30 runs from 28 balls. And New Zealand are now 75 for 1 after 8.4 overs. So the new batter to the crease now for New Zealand is Rachin Ravindra, a young promising batter for New Zealand. Two more deliveries left in this over. And that's cut away by Rachin Ravindra towards deep point for another single. Gives a strike to Devon Conway. One more delivery left in this over. Conway will try to go after Senioran Muthuswamy. Last ball of the over. It's cut away by Conway towards deep extra covers. Picks up another single to finish that over. 9 runs came from that over and the big wicket of Tim Seifert. And New Zealand are now 77 for 1 after 9 overs. Corbin Bosch now continuing in the attack. And straight away Conway drives it down the ground to mid-off. And picks up another single. Gives the strike to Rachin Ravindra. So Bosch coming around the wicket to Ravindra. Ravindra drives down the ground to mid-on. Picks up another single. So both these southpaws, we can say, are trying to take this innings forward for New Zealand. And Conway this time guides it towards deep third man, picks up another single and gives the strike to Rachin Ravindra. First 3 balls of the over, conceding first 3 balls of the over going for 3 runs. Still 3 more deliveries left in this over. This is South Africa in another final. And this time it is in July 2025. Rachin Ravindra on strike. That's pulled away by Ravindra. Goes towards deep fine leg into the boundary. First boundary for Rachin Ravindra today. And much needed boundary for New Zealand. Two more deliveries left in this over. Oh, this time Ravindra looking to flick it away, gets hit on the pads, I think. It's another dot ball here. One more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over now. And Ravindra gets the single, but I think it will be leg byes. Yes, it is leg by single to finish the over. So 8 runs came from that over, and New Zealand are now 85 for 1 after 10 overs. Halfway mark completed in this innings. So Nandre Berger now has been brought back into the attack. He still has 3 overs left. In fact, Nandre Berger. Ten overs left in this innings. Here's Nandre Berger now. And Ravindra drives in the air. He hasn't got timing on it. Lands short of deep point. Or deep extra cover, we can say, but another couple of runs for Rachin Ravindra. And now I think Ravindra senses that this is the time he has to go for the big shots. So a couple of runs to start that over. 2 quality teams playing against each other in this final. Anything can happen. That's flicked in the air and it goes towards deep mid wicket for 4. So another boundary here for Rachin Ravindra. It was a full delivery, slightly angling onto the pads, and Ravindra is so good with that whip shot which he plays so well. And he's found another boundary, second boundary for him. The New Zealand still maintaining the current run rate of 8.81. And this time Ravindra guides it towards point, picks up a single and gives a strike to Devon Conway. Three more deliveries left in this over. Conway is on strike. And Conway comes down the pitch. Drives through the offside for 4 more. Actually, what placement and timing that was from Devon Conway. It just looked like a gentle push. It just looked like a gentle drive. But that ball raced past point into the boundary, second boundary of this over. And Devon Conway moves into the 40s with that boundary. And this time Conway going for the lap. I don't know what he got hit on. I think he's got hit on the pads or I don't know. But it's another dot ball here. Good delivery, good comeback from Andre Berger. Yeah, I think Conway has gotten hit somewhere. That's why I think physio is coming out from the dugout to check whether Conway is all right. He was going for I think it got hit on his helmet also a little bit. So it's a concussion procedure actually, standard procedure that they follow these days. So 11 runs from this over so far, and New Zealand are doing decently well, maintaining the run rate. Remember, they scored 170 plus earlier in this Tri Series and defended that score against South Africa. So every possibility that they can do the same thing again. They pick up early wickets in the second innings. Because 170 definitely looks on the cards with 9 more overs left in this innings. So all in readiness now, last ball of the over. Conway is on strike. And this time Conway gets the lap shot right and gets it away for 4 towards deep fine leg. So an expensive over there from Andre Berger. 3 boundaries in that over. 15 runs came from that over. Brings up the 100 for New Zealand. And New Zealand are now 100 for 1 after 11 overs. So Lungi Ngidi now brought back into the attack. Rachin Ravindra on strike. That's a slow ball flicked away by Ravindra towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Gives the strike to Devon Conway. And that's pulled in the air and into the hands of short fine leg. And Ngidi strikes for South Africa. Finally, they have broken this partnership which was threatening to take the game away from South Africa. It was a slow ball, I think. Slow ball from Lungi Ngidi. Conway was going for the pull shot, got the top edge. Simple catch at short fine leg. And a second wicket goes down for New Zealand. And Lungi Ngidi deserved a wicket. He has bowled well in this innings. He has bowled well today. And finally picks up the big wicket of Devon Conway. And Lungi Ngidi knows the importance of that wicket. Well, Devon Conway scored 47 from 31. He is out now. And New Zealand are 101 for 2 after 11.2 overs. So the new batter to the crease now for New Zealand is Mark Chapman. New Zealand 2 down, but they are 101 for 2 after 11.2 overs. Here's Lungi Ngidi again. And this time Chapman flicks it away towards mid-wicket and picks up another single. And Mark Chapman is off the mark with a single. Leg by single given. And gives the strike to Rachin Ravindra. It's another slower delivery there, flicked away by Ravindra towards square leg for another single. Gives the strike to Mark Chapman. 2 more deliveries left in this over. This time Chapman defends towards mid-wicket, picks up another single and gives the strike to Rachin Ravindra. So 4 runs from this over so far, still 1 ball left, and this is excellent stuff from Lungi Ngidi. I'm just wondering whether South Africa can chase around 160 to 170. Last ball of this over. Again, hit down the ground by Ravindra. Towards long on for another single to finish that over. Excellent over from Lungi Ngidi. Just 5 runs came from that over. And the big wicket of Devon Conway. New Zealand are now 105 for 2 after 12 overs. So, Senior and Muthuswamy now continuing in the attack. Ravindra comes down the pitch and hits it all the way for 6 over deep mid wicket. It was much needed, that 6. The pressure was building. Someone had to take a risk, and Ravindra has taken it. And what a way to start the over. First 6 for Rachin Ravindra in this innings. First 6 for Rachin Ravindra in this innings. And this time Ravindra drives through the offside towards deep extra covers, picks up another single and gives a strike to Mark Chapman. And this time Conway flicks it leg side straight to mid wicket. It's another dot ball here. Good bowling from Senor and Muthuswamy. This time Chapman goes for the sweep towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Gives the strike to Rachin Ravindra. There are so many left-handers in this New Zealand team that sometimes it might get confused between Devon Conway and Mark Chapman, because all of them are left-handers, all of them are having the same batting stance. It's Chapman and Ravindra at the crease now. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Ravindra on strike. And this time Ravindra goes for the reverse, the slot sweep. And he gets it over. Another 6. Second 6 in this over for Rachin Ravindra. And they've got the momentum in this over. 14 runs from this over already. Still 1 ball left. One more delivery left in this over. And this time Ravindra cuts it down the ground towards long on, picks up another single to finish the over. Rachin Ravindra will keep the strike for the next over. 15 runs came from that over, and New Zealand are now 120 for 2 after 13 overs. So Lungi Ngidi again continuing in the attack. Ravindra comes down the pitch and hits it down the ground to long on, picks up another single and gives the strike to Mark Chapman. So another full delivery driven down the ground by Chapman. I don't know whether it has hit the bowler there. It's another single for Mark Chapman. I think Ngidi has hurt himself. The ball was hit back hard at him. He still has to bowl 4 deliveries in this over. And Ngidi has been that one bowler who has been bowling well in this innings actually. Economy 5.70 has also picked up the important wicket of Devon Conway. This time Ravindra pulls it past short fine leg into the boundary for 4. So just as I was praising Lungi Ngidi, He has conceded a boundary here. Another boundary for Rachin Ravindra, who is starting to look dangerous now for for South Africa. Another slow ball. Well, if you give him, if Lungi Ngidi bowls one ball with pace, then he takes the pace off the next delivery. The slow balls are very deceptive. It's another single for Rachin Ravindra and gives the strike to Mark Chapman. Leg bias has been taken by Rachin Ravindra. Two more deliveries left in this over. 7 runs from this over so far. So I think that ball hit Ravindra on the helmet, and I think that is why they are having a check on Ravindra, whether he's all okay. Still 2 balls left. Now it's all in readiness. Chapman is on strike. Chapman comes down the pitch, hits it in the air, and it's taken in the deep air. Has it gone through? It has been taken. What a catch that is at deep mid wicket, and Lungi Ngidi once again striking for South Africa. Once again that slow ball which he bowls wonderfully well. Chapman, I think he took his hand off the bat, was looking to clear the boundary, didn't get enough timing on it, and a very good catch at deep mid wicket sees the end of Mark Chapman. It was a struggle for Mark Chapman, but it has come to an end. And once again it's Lungi Ngidi, as he always does, isn't it? Picking up another wicket. He has been that one bowler who has looked good today. Mark Chapman departs after scoring 3 runs from 6 deliveries. Was a struggle for him, but it's over now. And New Zealand are now 127 for 3 after 13.5 overs. One more delivery left in this over. 7 runs from this over already. The wicket of Mark Chapman. So now it's all, of course, Daryl Mitchell is the new batter to the crease, but Rachin Ravindra is the settled batter at the crease. 6 more overs left after this. Definitely New Zealand will be pushing towards 170, 180 from this position. Daryl Mitchell is the new batter to the crease. 79 matches in his T20 career, 1,524 runs, best score of 72 not out. One more delivery left in this over. Daryl Mitchell is on strike. And that's a white ball, is it? Yeah, it's given as a white ball. So Lungi Ngidi has to reload that one. But 8 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over now. It's a slow ball, punch to the back foot, straight to point. Another dot ball to finish that over. So 8 runs came from that over, and New Zealand are now 128 for 3 after 14 overs. Eight runs came from that over and the big wicket of Mark Chapman in that over, and New Zealand are now 128 for 3 after 14 overs. So Quena Mapaka now back into the attack, and straight away Ravindra defends through the offside and picks up another single. Gives the strike to Daryl Mitchell. Daryl Mitchell on strike now. Quena Mapaka now coming around the wicket to Daryl Mitchell. And this time Mitchell cuts it away. There is deep point, so it will only be a single. And gives the strike to Rachin Ravindra. But this is the big wicket South Africa want. They want the big wicket of Rachin Ravindra, because he can take the game away from South Africa in these last few overs. Yes, definitely New Zealand are pushing towards 180 here. That's a wide down the leg side. Has to reload that one. Extra ball, extra run. This time Ravindra pulls it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Gives the strike to Daryl Mitchell. 3 more deliveries left in this over. It's been a good over actually from the youngster Quena Mapaka, who has been playing cricket for quite a while now. South Africa have given him plenty of chances, so he's having that experience now to deliver in these situations. And now Mitchell pulls it away. It's in the air and it goes towards deep mid wicket for another single. Five runs have come from this over. Still 2 balls left. Things are slightly slowing down for New Zealand actually, thanks to South Africa's good bowling, we can say. If South Africa can restrict New Zealand to 170, I think South Africa will be happy, but with Rachin Ravindra at the crease, that is very tough actually. Ravindra flicks it leg side and picks up another single. Are they looking for a second? No, they are not. Happy with the single. And gives a strike to Daryl Mitchell. 1 more delivery left in this over. There's 6 runs coming from this over so far, and excellent bowling from Quena Mapaka. The last ball of the over now from Quena Mapaka. Daryl Mitchell, oh dear, bowler has, oh yes, delivered it. And Daryl Mitchell goes down the ground towards long on, picks up another single to finish that over. So it's an excellent over from Kwena Mapaka. The 7 runs came from that over, and New Zealand are now 135 for 3 after 15 overs. Still 5 overs remaining in this innings. Five overs left in this innings now, and Corbin Bosch has been brought back into the attack. He still has 2 overs left. Daryl Mitchell is going to be on strike. Corbin Bosch has been a little expensive today. Coming around the wicket to Mitchell, and that's an excellent Yorker to start. Excellent Yorker. A dot ball here to start the over. And this time Mitchell goes for the paddle shot, gets it over, short third man, and the ball runs into the boundary for 4. So a much needed boundary here for New Zealand. First boundary for Daryl Mitchell. And another boundary here for New Zealand. Corbin Bosch continuing from around the wicket. And this time Mitchell hits it down the ground to mid-off. Oh, there's a slight fumble from the mid-off fielder. And Mitchell completes another single and gives the strike to Rachin Ravindra. Three more deliveries left in this over. Rachin Ravindra is on strike. So somehow New Zealand have maintained this run rate beautifully going into the last 4 overs. And Ravindra gets the outside edge towards deep third man. Picks up another single and gives the strike to Daryl Mitchell. 6 runs have come from this over so far, still 2 balls left. Again hit on the pads. Mitchell looking to flick it away. I think it's gone off the pads and he picks up another single. Gives the strike to Rachin Ravindra. 7 runs have come from this over so far. Still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over now. Rachin Ravindra on strike. And that's a wide from Corbin Bosch. So after bowling quite well, the last ball of the over, he has to reload that one. A wide ball, extra run. 8 runs from this over so far, but very important to finish the over on a high note. Last ball of the over. Ravindra drives towards deep extra covers. Picks up another single to finish that over. 9 runs came from that over. A decent over from Corbin Bosch. And New Zealand are now 144 for 3 after 16 overs. Andre Berger now brought back into the attack. He has 2 overs left. Even though he was a bit expensive in his second over, still South Africa have to trust him for 2 overs. Of course, Lungi Ngidi has completed his spell, so maybe Corbin Bosch might bowl one of the overs. Here's Andre Berger from around the wicket. And Ravindra hits it down the ground to long on. Picks up another single and gives a strike to Daryl Mitchell. Don't know whether they will trust Kwena Mapaka at this stage of this innings. Although even Kwena Mapaka has bowled well actually. Kwena Mapaka still has overs left. Corbin Bosch still has overs left. Daryl Mitchell on strike now. Can Andre Berger contain the runs? They're trusting him. Full toss. Mitchell doesn't time it properly. Hits it towards deep extra covers. It's another single here. Sometimes they say low full tosses are the toughest ball to hit out of the ground, and I think that is what happened there. Another single here. Four more deliveries left in this over. 2 runs from this over so far. And that's a full toss. Ravindra hits it leg side. Good fielding at deep square leg. And Ravindra comes back for a couple of runs. Good running between the wickets as well. Ravindra keeps a strike. 4 runs have come from this over. Still 3 balls left. Shot this time, pulled away by Ravindra. This time it's in the gap for 4. That's wonderful placement from Rachin Ravindra. He placed it in between the deep square leg and the deep mid wicket fielder. Another boundary here, much needed boundary, brings up the 150 for New Zealand. 150 comes up in 16.4 overs for New Zealand. And this time it's a full toss. Ravindra hits it in the air, straight down the throat off deep mid wicket. It was a low full toss. Ravindra couldn't get enough elevation on it. He's hit it flat into the hands of deep mid wicket and another wicket goes down. This is exactly what I was talking about. Sometimes the low full toss is the toughest ball to hit out of the ground, and that is exactly what has happened. Andre Berger has bowled the low full toss. Ravindra has gone for the big shot and not got enough timing, elevation and distance on it. Straight into the hands of deep mid wicket. And the fourth wicket goes down here for New Zealand. They are checking the back foot no ball. But I think that's fine. That's fine for me because the first part of landing is not landing on the return crease. So that is fine. That is fine for me. It's okay if you can land and then drag the foot. Front foot is fine, but they are checking the back foot no ball here. But I think that's fine for me. That should be fine. Yes, it is fine and is given us out. So Rachin Ravindra departs after playing a magnificent knock of 47 from 27 balls. And New Zealand are now 152 for 4 after 16.5 overs. So the new batter to the crease now for New Zealand is Michael Bracewell. Still one ball left in this over. 8 runs have come from this over so far, but what a big wicket that is of Rachin Ravindra at this stage of the innings. The last ball of the over now, Michael Bracewell on strike. And Bracewell drives down the ground towards long on, picks up another single. And Michael Bracewell gets off the mark with the single, ends the over. 9 runs came from that over, and more importantly, the biggest wicket of Rachin Ravindra. And New Zealand are now 153 for 4 after 17 overs. So 3 more overs left in this innings. Corbin Bosch into the attack and straight away Bracewell moves across. Paddles it towards deep square leg for 4. A boundary to start the over. Full toss from Corbin Bosch. And Bracewell just moved across, paddled it, placed it in the gap and into the boundary. So boundary, first boundary for Michael Bracewell in this innings. And this time Bracewell moves across, paddles it again, but good stop by the keeper. And Bracewell picks up a single and gives the strike to Daryl Mitchell. Definitely New Zealand are pushing towards 180 here. Four more deliveries left in this over. Daryl Mitchell on strike. And Mitchell flicks it away leg side towards deep square leg. And good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Daryl Mitchell. They will keep the strike. 160 comes up for New Zealand. 15 balls left in this innings. Oh, he's paddled it away. There's Daryl Mitchell towards deep third man and picks up another single and gives the strike to Michael Bracewell. I don't know whether he got hit on the pads there. He was going for the scoop, paddle shot. Still 2 balls left in this over, 8 runs from this over so far. Michael Bracewell is on strike. That's another good Yorker from Corbin Bosch. And he's hit it through towards the offside. They're coming back for the second. Good running between the wickets. Couple of runs completed. And Michael Bracewell keeps the strike for the last ball of this over. Corbin Bosch is finishing his spell, which will mean that, of course, Andre Berger will bowl one of the remaining 2 overs. But they might have to go back to Kwena Mapaka for the remaining over. So last ball of the over now. Michael Bracewell on strike. And swing and a miss here from Bracewell. Another dot ball to finish that over. 10 runs came from that over, and New Zealand are now 163 for 4 after 18 overs. Corbin Bosch has finished his spell. None for 38 in his 4 overs. 2 more overs left in this innings, and you would presume that it will be Kwena Mapaka and Andre Berger to bowl the remaining 2 overs for South Africa in this innings. And Andre Berger is going to be bowling the penultimate over, and straight away Mitchell hits it down the ground towards mid-on and picks up another single, gives the strike to Michael Bracewell. So can New Zealand push towards 180 here? Definitely above 180 will be a very difficult total to chase down, I would think, because of course New Zealand have defended a similar total against South Africa earlier in this Tri Series. So whether South Africa have learned some lessons from that defeat, we need to see. That's down the leg side. It should be a wide, I think. It's not given as a wide, it's given as a dot. So dot ball here. Valuable dot balls at this stage of the innings. Still 4 balls left in this over. And this has been good from South Africa so far. Full delivery this time. Bracewell hits it down the ground, long on. Picks up another single. Gives a strike to Daryl Mitchell. The boundaries have dried up a little bit for New Zealand. 3 balls left in this over. Desperate boundaries needed for New Zealand. This looks like a good batting pitch actually. So maybe 180 can be chased down. Just 9 runs and over asking rate. But we never know. Pressure of a run chase in a final is something different. And it has always been there. The scoreboard pressure in finals. That's a wide delivery. Mitchell has cut it away towards deep point. Another single here. Gives the strike to Bracewell. Michael Bracewell. Still 2 more deliveries left in this over. And I think Kwena Mapaka will bowl the last over of this innings. It's going to be huge pressure on the young man actually. So Berger now coming around the wicket to Bracewell. Bracewell flicks it leg side towards deep mid wicket. Oh, there's a fumble at deep mid wicket which allows the batters to complete a couple of runs. They move to 168 to New Zealand. 1 more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over from Andre Berger. Another full delivery. Oh, I think the bowler should have stopped that one. They've completed a single here. Finished that over. Still a very good over from Andre Berger. Just 6 runs came from that over. And New Zealand are now 169 for 4 after 19 overs. Just one more over left in this innings. So as predicted, it is going to be Kwena Mapaka to bowl the last over of this innings. Kwena Mapaka has been good. None for 24 in his 3 overs so far, economy of 8. And he has to bowl the last over. A lot of responsibilities on the young fast bowler. So here comes Kwena Mapaka to Michael Bracewell. And Bracewell pulls it away leg side. And there is deep mid wicket. So another couple of runs for Michael Bracewell. He keeps a strike. Now Bracewell will be looking to find one boundary here. Still 5 balls left in this innings. And Bracewell will need one boundary. Here comes Mapaka again. Bracewell hits it down the ground towards long on. Only picks up a single and gives a strike to Daryl Mitchell. 4 more deliveries left in this innings. It's all about throwing caution to the winds now and seeing how many you can get. If New Zealand crosses 180, they might be very happy. 170 is also not a bad total. So Daryl Mitchell on strike now. That's a wide down the leg side, and he also picks up the single. So bonus runs here for New Zealand. You cannot be bowling these wides at this stage of the innings. 2 bonus runs conceded by Kwena Mapaka. Still 4 balls left in this innings. And Michael Bracewell is on strike now. Both Bracewell and Mitchell have hit only 1 boundary so far. 1 boundary each so far. That's driven by Bracewell, but what a catch! What a catch at covers! The fielding has been really good from South Africa today. The catching has been really good. Another magnificent catch at covers. And Michael Bracewell has to go. Checking the no ball. No way that's going to be a no ball. But that is an outstanding catch. Actually full outside the off stump, driven by Michael Bracewell. That is a magnificent catch, diving across to his left. And it's the end of Michael Bracewell. It was a struggle actually. Michael Bracewell departs after scoring 15 runs from 12 balls. And New Zealand are now 174 for 5 after 19.3 overs. Still 3 balls left in this innings. So more importantly now for New Zealand, the new batter has to face the last 3 balls of this innings. And Kwena Mapaka has been really impressive actually. Mitchell Santner is the new batter to the crease for New Zealand. can hit a big ball, and he needs to go for the big shots right from ball 1 now. 3 balls left in this innings. And that's a wide down the leg side again. So has to reload that one again. Kwena Mapaka. And New Zealand have reached the score which they got earlier in the Tri Series, the first match when these two teams clashed against each other in this Tri Series. 175 was the score, I guess, which New Zealand got to. Can New Zealand defend it once again today and win this Tri Series? Full toss, Santner swings leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another couple of runs. So Santner off the mark with a couple of runs. Still 2 balls left in this innings. 177 is now the score. Can Santner find the boundary here? Two balls left in this innings. Santner on strike. Slow ball. Santner drives it down the ground towards long on. Picks up another single and gives a strike to Daryl Mitchell to face the last ball of this innings. A 6 or a 4 will take New Zealand above 180, which is what we have been talking about for the last few overs. So last ball of the innings coming up. Daryl Mitchell on strike. And Mitchell swings it down the ground. 1 bounce to long on. And it will be another couple of runs to finish this innings. So it has been an outstanding last over actually. Of course he bowled a few wides in the last over. But still only 11 runs came from the last over. And the wicket of Michael Bracewell, and New Zealand end their 20 overs exactly on 180 for 5. So South Africa, when they come out to bat, they will need 181 runs to win this match and win this Tri Series. Good contributions from Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra today. Even Daryl Mitchell and Michael Bracewell played a few cameos towards the end of the innings, but it was South Africa's bowling at the end which helped them restrict New Zealand to 180, because at one stage it looked as though maybe New Zealand could even push towards 190. Some very good death bowling from Corbin Bosch, Kwena Mapaka and even Lungi Ngidi. Lungi Ngidi was the pick of the bowlers today. Lungi Ngidi picked up 2 wickets and went at 6 runs economy, 2 for 24 in his 4 overs. Normally, Senor and Muthuswamy bowls well, but he was a little expensive today. Kwena Mapaka bowled really well. Nandre Berger, although he was expensive in his first 2 overs, he came back and bowled his last 2 overs really well. So all in all, good batting performance from New Zealand, a good bowling performance from South Africa. And New Zealand have finished with 180 for 5 in their 20 overs. So South Africa need 181 runs to win this Tri Series. We'll be back again in another few minutes to cover the run chase of this Tri Series final. So until then, please stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back to this run chase. South Africa need 181 runs to win this match and win the Tri Series as well. This is the big final. South Africa did well to restrict New Zealand to 180. Target of 181 is chaseable these days in T20s. So Luande Pretorius is opening the batting for South Africa along with Reza Hendricks. So finally Luande Pretorius is back at the top of the order for South Africa. They tried an experimentation in the previous match by sending Rassie van der Dusen to open the innings, and Luande Pretorius came in the middle order. But that experimentation didn't work, and now Luande Pretorius is back at the top of the order. And Matt Henry is going to be bowling with the new ball for New Zealand. So required run rate is 9.05 for South Africa. And here we go. First ball of the run chase in this big final. Matt Henry bowling to Luande Pretorius. And Pretorius flicks it leg side. It's in the gap straight away. And the ball races away for 4. So a nice start to the run chase for South Africa. Luande Pretorius just gently tapped it in the gap. Ball raced away for 4. And exactly the start what South Africa wanted to this run chase. So Luande Pretorius, can he finally come back to form? This time he drives, gets the leading edge, gets the outside edge towards short third man. That's a dot ball this time. It can be a challenging target because New Zealand have a very good bowling attack. They will not give this easily. South Africa have to do the hard yards to chase this total down. Good thing is that Reza Hendricks got some runs under his belt in the previous match. Luande Pretorius is back at the top of the order. Flicked again by Pretorius leg side. Past mid-wicket. Good fielding at deep mid-wicket. Another couple of runs for Luande Pretorius. And he keeps the strike. So 6 runs from the first 3 balls of this innings. Still 3 balls left in this innings. 3 balls left in this over. And this time Pretorius cuts it down the ground towards mid-off. It's another dot ball here. Very important for Luande Pretorius to take some responsibility and bat actually, because normally in recent times we are seeing he's wanting to hit every ball for 6s and 4s. That is not going to be possible. That is not what T20 cricket is about. Yes, you need to score boundaries in T20 cricket, but you also need to be patient. Like every ball will not be there to hit 4s and 6s. That's driven now down the ground by Pretorius. Picks up a single. See, this is exactly what he needs to do. Take the singles, take the doubles. Mix caution with aggression. He's given the strike to Reza Hendricks, who is on strike for the first time now in this run chase. One more delivery left in this over. 7 runs from this over so far. Reza Hendricks had some runs under his belt in the previous match. Has been struggling with form of late. They're still trusting him, South Africa, and that's a good delivery. Beats the outside edge of Reza Hendricks. A dot ball to finish that over. So 7 runs came from the first over, and South Africa are now 7 without loss after 1 over. So Jacob Duffy now is going to be bowling the second over of this innings. Luan De Pretorius on strike. And that's a good delivery. They're appealing for LBW. Umpire says not out. There's no reviews. There's no DRS in this series, in this Tri Series. So no option to go for any review. A dot ball to start the over. And that was a good Yorker from Jacob Duffy to start. Now this is exactly what Pretorius should be ready to handle these things. This time Pretorius hits it down the ground to mid-on, picks up a single and gives the strike to Reza Hendricks. Can this finally be the day when Reza Hendricks really fires at his best? I mean, like, it has been a long time since we saw Reza Hendricks really batting at his best. He got runs in the previous match, but very far from his best still. And this time Hendricks drives towards covers. It's another dot ball here. Jacob Duffy is now at the top of the T20 rankings for the T20 bowlers, best T20 bowlers in the world. The ICC T20 rankings, Jacob Duffy is at number 1. That is a big improvement actually. That is a big achievement for Jacob Duffy. Again, nicely driven down the ground by Reza Hendricks, straight to mid-off. It's another dot ball here. But I'm surprised that Bumrah is not in the list for the T20 rankings. He is one bowler you want to have in any list, isn't it? Any ICC rankings without Bumrah is incomplete actually. Again, driven by Hendricks, straight to the fielder. Another dot ball. So once again, Reza Hendricks starting slowly here. And this is exactly why people are not able to trust Reza Hendricks. Of course, South Africa have another opener in Ryan Rickleton, who can be equally destructive as Luan De Pretorius. Oh, that's taken the outside edge as it. They're appealing for the catch. No, the umpire says not out. So it's another dot ball to finish that over. Just one run came from that over. And South Africa are now 8 without loss after 2 overs. Well, what is happening here with Reza Hendricks? Once again, he has played 5 balls, not yet got off the mark yet. I don't know how long they are going to keep backing Reza Hendricks like this. And now there's a bowling change. Zachary Foakes has been brought into the attack for New Zealand. Luan De Pretorius is on strike. Foakes coming around the wicket to Pretorius, and Pretorius defends it back to the bowler. Down the ground, another dot ball to start the over. The problem is now with Reza Hendricks eating up deliveries at one end. The pressure goes on to Luan De Pretorius to do something which is not needed to do. Because you need runs from both ends. And Reza Hendricks, I mean, like, it has been ages since we saw Reza Hendricks play a good knock. I don't know. If you are an opener, you need to play a match-winning knock. That is why you are there in the team. You can't keep tolerating too many failures actually. And now Zachary Foakes is coming over the wicket to Pretorius. Now will Pretorius go for it now? Yes, he does. He goes for it and connects it beautifully. One bounce into the boundary for 4 towards deep mid wicket. Much needed boundary actually for South Africa. Second boundary for Luande Pretorius. And that boundary will release some pressure on Pretorius. And this time it's another full ball. Pretorius drives down the ground to mid-on. Another dot ball here. So suddenly now, slowly the required run rate is increasing towards 10. And South Africa needed a good start in the power play. That's a wide. That's a wide from Fox. Has to reload that one. Extra ball, extra run. I think Pretorius is just going to go for it, I think now. It's a good batting wicket, it looks like. Not much happening for the bowlers. But still it will be a challenging run chase. A swing and a miss there from Luande Pretorius, and it's given as a wide. So back-to-back wides from Zachary Fox. Needs to get his line and length proper. 6 runs have come from this over so far. Still 3 balls left. Score is now 14 for South Africa. Score is now 14 for South Africa, and Pretorius has scored 12 out of those 14 runs. That's an inside edge from Pretorius. He picks up a single and gives the strike to Reza Hendricks. Two balls left in this over, and when is Reza Hendricks planning to get off the mark is the big question now. I won't be surprised if I see 2 more dot balls. The last 2 balls left in this over, and Hendricks might just play 2 dot balls to finish this. Swing and a miss. That's one of them. One of those dot balls which I was talking about. So Reza Hendricks has played 6 deliveries, hasn't got off the mark yet. And the struggle is continuing here for Reza Hendricks. This might be the last T20 match for him if he's not able to get going here, because I don't see Reza Hendricks playing in the team after this if he keeps on failing like this. Last ball of the over now, and Hendricks hits it down the ground, and it's all the way for 6 from Reza Hendricks. Finally Hendricks got one of the middle of the bat. He's cleared the boundary. 6 to finish that over. First 6 for Reza Hendricks in this innings. 13 runs came from that over, and South Africa are now 21 without loss after 3 overs. So much needed 6 from Reza Hendricks, much needed 6 for South Africa, much needed 6 for his own confidence going forward in this run chase. And now Jacob Duffy continues in the attack, and straight away a swing and a miss from Luande Pretorius. It's a dot ball to start the over. This target is still chaseable. All 10 wickets in hand for South Africa. We all know when Luande Pretorius, he just needs to settle down a little bit. He can be deadly dangerous when he gets going, but he hasn't got going yet. I think another Swing and a miss from Luande Pretorius. This is excellent stuff from Jacob Duffy. Actually, he's mixing up his pace. Suddenly he's bowling the Yorkers, then he's pulling his length back, bowling the slower balls. Never easy actually for a batter. No wonder Jacob Duffy is in the top of the T20 rankings. And that's a top edge from Pretorius. It goes over the keeper and the ball races away for 4. Fortuitous boundary, but Pretorius will take it. His third boundary in this innings. And South Africa looking to get some momentum now. And this time, Pretorius again hits it down the ground to mid-on. It's another dot ball here. I think Pretorius is slowly and surely running out of patience now. He should calm down a little bit because this is not a game where you can chase down the target in 10 overs. You need to be a little patient as well. Jacob Duffy has been New Zealand's best bowler in this Tri Series without a doubt. Oh, it's another very good delivery. Inside edge from Luande Pretorius. Picks up another single and gives the strike to Reza Hendricks. One more delivery left in this over. I don't know why Luande Pretorius is treating Reza Hendricks like a lower order batter. Every time Pretorius faces the first 5 balls or first 4 balls of the over and then gives Reza Hendricks the last 2 balls to face. This is an interesting strategy I have noted so far. Again, Reza Hendricks is going to be facing the last ball of this over. 5 runs have come from this over, and can Reza Hendricks continue? Like he hit a 6 of the last ball of the previous over. Can he do it again? Last ball of the over. And that's a wide down the leg side. So Jacob Duffy has to reload that one. The last ball of the over now from Jacob Duffy. And Hendricks hits it straight down the ground, and it's all the way for 6 to finish the over. This is exactly what we were talking about. Can Reza Hendricks do the same thing which he did in the last ball of the previous over? He's done it again. Another 6 for him. Second 6 in this innings for Reza Hendricks. And 12 runs came from that over from Jacob Duffy. And South Africa are now 33 without loss after 4 overs. Well, are we going to finally see the best of Reza Hendricks today? He has hit 2 6s so far. Now the bowling change for New Zealand. Adam Milne is the new bowler into the attack. He'll be bowling to Luande Pretorius. And Pretorius drives towards point and picks up a single, gives the strike to Reza Hendricks. I guess Reza Hendricks has the license now to go for it. He has hit 2 6s already. This is a good start in the power play for South Africa. And that's back on the length, defended back to the bowler. A dot ball from Adam Milne. Oh, that's a slow ball. Reza Hendricks looking to flick it away. I think he got hit on the pads there. It's another dot ball. Very good change of pace from Adam Milne. And this has been a good over from Adam Milne so far. He is impressed ever since the MLC tournament. He has bowled really well. Made a comeback into the New Zealand national team now. Three balls left in this over. And Hendricks drives straight to covers. Another dot ball here. Now this is exactly the situation for now for Reza Hendricks. He shouldn't play out too many dot balls at this stage. That will build lots of pressure. Very important to always find the odd boundaries. But this has been a very good over from Adam Milne. Just one run from this over. Still two balls left in this over. And again, this time Reza Hendricks drives down the ground to mid-off. Picks up a single and gives the strike to Luante Pretorius. Excellent over so far from Adam Milne. Just 2 runs from this over. Still 1 ball left in this over. Pretorius will be on strike. The last ball of the over now. And Pretorius just gently flicks it, picks up another single. He will keep the strike for the next over. Just 3 runs came from that over from Adam Milne. And South Africa are now 36 without loss after 5 overs. The required run rate now is 9.67 for South Africa. Matt Henry now brought back into the attack. And Pretorius punches it back down the ground. What happened there? Henry had to take evasive action. And I think he somehow managed to stop the ball. That was crunched by Pretorius. In fact, Henry has stopped it with his boot. Wow. That was racing across to the fence. Nicely stopped there by Henry. Dot ball to start the over. And this time Pretorius drags it leg side, picks up another single and gives a strike to Reza Hendricks. The required run rate is slowly and surely rising upwards now with every quiet over from New Zealand. There is also chances of a wicket falling with too many quiet overs, and I think that is what New Zealand are trying to do here. Hendricks looking for the big shot. I think he's got it on the pads, I think. Picks up another single. Will it be one leg boys or will it be off the bat? It's been given as leg by single has been signalled. Gives the strike back to Pretorius. They need boundaries here, South Africa. Boundaries have dried up now for quite a while. Last 2 overs have been outstanding. Adam Milne conceded only 3 runs and now Matt Henry also. All experienced bowlers. They know exactly what to do. And that's pulled down the ground by Pretorius. But again, mid-off fielder comes around, cuts it off. It's only a single here. The pressure is slowly increasing again. Just 3 runs from this over so far. 2 balls left in this over. And this is exactly what I'm saying actually, like, these New Zealand bowlers are really experienced. They exactly know how to bowl. And they exactly know what to do in which situation. And Hendricks pulls it leg side. It's gone all the way for 6. That is a much needed 6 for Reza Hendricks and South Africa. He's dealing in 6s now. 3rd 6 for Reza Hendricks in this innings. Short delivery from Matt Henry and punished by Hendricks. That will release some pressure for sure. Still 1 ball left in this over. Hendricks gives himself room, pulls it leg side, but the deep mid-wicket fielder is there, so it will only be a single this time to finish the over. Hendricks will keep the strike for the next over. 10 runs came from that over from Matt Henry. And the power play is over. South Africa are now 46 without loss after 6 overs. So the power play is over, and now new bowler into the attack for New Zealand is Mitchell Santner. Left arm off spinner. The captain of New Zealand is into the attack. Reza Hendricks will be on strike. We have seen most days that it has been Santner who has been providing that breakthrough for New Zealand. And this time Hendricks drives down the ground, long off, picks up a single and gives a strike to Pretorius. Now what is Pretorius going to do? Is he going to go after Santner here? And this time Pretorius drives off the back foot down the ground towards long on, picks up another single and gives a strike to Reza Hendricks. And this time Hendricks also drives it down the ground, picks up another single and gives a strike to Pretorius. 3 balls, 3 singles in this over. Required run rate 9.78. Santner now coming around the wicket to Pretorius. And Pretorius goes for the slog sweep. Has he got enough on it? Yes, he has. Yes, he has. It's gone all the way for 6. Oh, just over deep mid wicket, but it was a good sound of the bat. First 6 for Luande Pretorius in this innings, and he has taken on Mitchell Santner and succeeded in doing so. And this time it's fired down the leg side, wide, and goes past the keeper as well and races away for another boundary. So a wide plus a boundary. 5 extra runs for South Africa. And dear oh dear. Suddenly now South Africa are back in this run chase. 14 runs from this over so far. Still 2 balls left. And this time Pretorius flicks it down the ground to long on. Picks up another single. And gives the strike to Reza Hendricks. And finally now, on the big day, this opening partnership is coming good for South Africa. 1 ball left in this over. Reza Hendricks is on strike. And Reza Hendricks just gently flicks it leg side towards deep mid-wicket. Picks up another single to finish that over. 16 runs came from that over. And South Africa are now 62 without loss after 7 overs. So the required run rate is 9.15, all 10 wickets in hand for South Africa, very much gettable. And this has been a good opening partnership. Now another bowling change for New Zealand as Michael Bracewell comes into the attack. Reza Hendricks will be on strike. And it's swept away, it goes past, short fine leg and into the boundary, and it's given as wide again. So extra runs conceded by New Zealand here. Already there was a wide 4 in the previous over, another wide boundary in this over. Bonus runs for South Africa. So this is not good from New Zealand actually. They need to take care of these extras. Suddenly now the required run rate is down to 8.77. And he sweeps again, does Reza Hendricks, but there is a man at deep square leg. So it will only be a single this time. And gives the strike to Luande Pretorius. And only way New Zealand can come back into this match is by breaking this partnership and picking up quick wickets. Pretorius gives himself room, hits it in the air. He hasn't got any timing on it. Oh, I think the ball landed safely there. He's picked up a single. And gives the strike to Reza Hendricks. Some luck favouring Luande Pretorius as well. This time it's short, pulled away by Hendricks. Deep square leg is there. So it will be another single for Reza Hendricks. Gives the strike to Luande Pretorius. 8 runs have come from this over so far. Still 3 balls left. Pretorius is surely not going to hold back now. He's going to go for it. It's pulled away by Pretorius towards long on. And it comes back for a couple of runs here for Luande Pretorius. Good running between the wickets. He keeps the strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over, and I think South Africa are looking good in this run chase now. Pretorius goes for the reverse. Has he nicked it there? They are appealing. Umpire has said not out. There is no DRS available in this Tri Series. So another dot ball here. He was going for the reverse. I don't think it hit anything there on the way to the keeper. That's another dot ball. 10 runs came from this over. Still one ball left. Goes for the sweep. And it goes towards long on. Another single to finish that over. So 11 runs came from that over, and South Africa are now 73 without loss after 8 overs. The current run rate is 9.13, required run rate is 9 runs and over. South Africa are looking good in this run chase till now. And are they changing the ball? I don't know actually. Umpires are having a look at the ball, I think. I don't think they are changing the ball, so I think they will be continuing with the same ball. I think umpires were having a discussion about something else. So all in readiness now. Adam Milne has been brought back into the attack. He still has 3 overs left, and I think this move is to break this partnership here because it's looking dangerous now for New Zealand. So here's Adam Milne bowling to Luande Pretorius. And Pretorius drives through the offside. Is there a fielder there? No, there isn't. It's gone in the gap for 4. Boundary to start the over. Superb placement and timing from Luande Pretorius. And an important boundary for South Africa. And this time he defends it back to the bowler. Oh, I think Adam Milne should have stopped that in his follow-through. He shouldn't have allowed the single, but the single is completed nevertheless. And Reza Hendricks now gets the strike. Four balls left in this over. Reza Hendricks is on strike. That's down the leg side, flicked away by Hendricks. Deep mid wicket comes around. Good fielding in the deep. Another single. So 6 runs from this over so far. Still 3 balls left. Pretorius is on strike now. That's down the leg side. He just helps it on its way into the boundary for 4 towards deep fine leg. Another boundary here for Luande Pretorius. He moves into the 40s. And now the target is under 100 for South Africa. Two more deliveries left in this over. Luande Pretorius is looking really good here. And this time Pretorius flicks it away towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single and gives the strike to Reza Hendricks. And finally, this opening partnership of South Africa, which has struggled throughout this Tri Series, has finally come good in this final actually. "11 runs from this over so far. Still one ball left in this over. Reza Hendricks on strike. And I was looking to pull that away. Don't know. I think he got hit on the helmet. I don't know. It's another dot ball to finish that over. 11 runs came from that over, and South Africa are now 84 without loss after 9 overs. So this is a good start here from South Africa. They have brought the required run rate down to 8.82. Opening partnership of 84 from 54 deliveries. Michael Bracewell now into the attack, and straight away Pretorius goes in the air and all the way for 6 over deep mid wicket. What a shot that is from Luan de Pretorius, brings up his half century as well. And on the big day, big final of the Tri Series against a big team like New Zealand, Luan de Pretorius has stepped up. He has scored 50 from just 33 balls with 5 fours and 2 sixers, a strike rate of 151.52. Indeed, it has been an amazing knock from Luan de Pretorius. And again, it's a quicker delivery. Pretorius gives himself room, smashes it down the ground to long off for another single, and gives a strike to Reza Hendricks. And Reza Hendricks sweeps this time towards deep mid wicket. It's another single here. Gives the strike to Luan de Pretorius. Another few sixes, and South Africa might just completely seal this run chase here itself. But this has been superb from Pretorius actually. Down the track again, but he's missed it and he's got stumped. First wicket goes down. Michael Bracewell picks up the first wicket for New Zealand. He was looking to play too many shots. He just reached his half century, Luan de Pretorius. Came down the track this time, not able to make connection. And finally, New Zealand have broken this opening partnership. Was going for the big one again, couldn't make connection. Simple stumping for the wicket keeper. And it brings to an end an amazing innings from Luan de Pretorius. Luan de Pretorius is out after scoring 51 from 35 balls. And South Africa are now 92 for 1 after 9.4 overs. So the new batter to the crease now for South Africa is their captain, Rassie van der Dussen. Two more deliveries left in this over. And both the openers of South Africa have laid a good foundation for South Africa in this run chase. Rassie van der Dussen, plenty of experience. And I guess he will be knowing how to handle this situation. Two more deliveries left in this over. And van der Dussen just gently flicks it towards mid wicket. It's a dot ball to start for van der Dussen. One more delivery left in this over. And again van der Dussen hits it towards mid wicket. Another dot ball to finish that over. 8 runs came from that over and the wicket of Luan de Pretorius. And South Africa are now 92 for 1 after 10 overs. So Mitchell Santner now brought back into the attack, and straight away Hendricks hits it in the air. Over extra cover for 6. What a shot that is from Reza Hendricks. Amazing shot over extra covers. A 6 to start the over. Was nicely tossed up by Mitchell Santner, and Hendricks went through the line, clears the boundary, and another 6 for Reza Hendricks. 4th 6 for him in this innings. And this time it's a flatter delivery, cut away by Reza Hendricks, straight to cover as a dot ball here. And this time it's a flighted delivery driven by Hendricks towards deep extra covers. Picks up another single and gives the strike to Rassie van der Dusen. Three more deliveries left in this over. Rassie van der Dusen is yet to get off the mark. And this time it's cut away by van der Dusen, straight to covers. It's another dot ball here, so van der Dusen still getting his eye in, and he can afford to do that with the required run rate 8.79. Again driven by van der Dusen, straight to covers, another dot ball. So Rassie van der Dusen taking his time here. Dewald Brevis is ready to come in next for batting. Again another dot ball from Santner to finish the over. So 7 runs came from that over from Mitchell Santner, and South Africa are now 99 for 1 after 11 overs. So at the same stage, New Zealand were 100 for 1 at the end of their 11 overs. South Africa 99 for 1 now. Michael Bracewell continuing in the attack. Reza Hendricks on strike. And Hendricks drives through the offside towards deep extra covers, picks up a single. And with that single, the 100 comes up for South Africa. 100 comes up in just 11.1 overs. And good news for South Africa is that Reza Hendricks has found form today, and he is still batting at the crease. So now Rassie van der Dusen on strike, hasn't got off the mark yet, and pulls it away this time. Rassie van der Dusen, it's in the gap, deep square leg comes around, cuts it off. Oh my goodness gracious me, double misfield in the deep allows the batters to complete 3 runs. So Rassie van der Dusen is off the mark with 3 runs. And Reza Hendricks now is on strike. Let's cut away. Straight to covers. Another dot ball here. I think Bracewell is trying to keep it out of the hitting range of Reza Hendricks. That's why he's bowling it short and wide. Because if you give it in his range, he will go for it. Again flicked away by Reza Hendricks towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single. And gives a strike to Rassie van der Dusen. 2 balls left in this over. Van der Dusen heaves it away. It goes past short fine leg and into the boundary for 4. So first boundary here for Rassie Van der Dusen. He just heaved it leg side. It beat the short fine leg fielder into the boundary, and a much needed boundary for South Africa at this stage. Last ball of the over, and it's pulled down the ground by Rassie Van der Dusen towards long on. Picks up another single, and Rassie Van der Dusen will keep the strike for the next over. 10 runs came from that over, and South Africa are now 109 for 1 after 12 overs. So 8 overs left. South Africa needs 72 more runs to win this match and win the Tri Series. 9 wickets in hand with Rassie Van der Dusen and Reza Hendricks at the crease. Reza Hendricks hasn't even scored a boundary yet. He hasn't scored a 4 yet, but he has hit 4 sixes in his innings. Strike rate of 124.14. And now there's a bowling change here. Zachary Fox has been brought back into the attack. Conceded 13 runs in his first over. He still has 3 overs left. Van der Dusen is on strike now. And Rassie Van der Dusen flicks it leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Gives the strike to Reza Hendricks. It's pulled away by Hendricks. It goes past the square leg fielder, but deep square leg is still there. So it will be another single. It gives the strike to Reza Hendricks. Another couple of big hits, and South Africa will be bossing this run chase, I guess. They're doing it nicely here. Van der Dusen on strike. That's cut away by Rassie Van der Dusen. And the ball races away for 4. Another boundary here. Second boundary for Rassie Van der Dusen. And it's getting easier now for South Africa. Shot again from Zachary Fox, pulled away by Rassie Van der Dusen towards deep mid wicket for another single. Gives the strike to Reza Hendricks. 2 more deliveries left in this over. And that's pulled away by Hendricks, but he hasn't got enough on it. The catch is taken at deep square leg. It looked like a good shot the moment it left the bat of Reza Hendricks, but didn't get the distance. And another wicket goes down here for South Africa. But a good innings from Reza Hendricks has come to an end. It was the short ball from Zachary Fox. Hendricks went for the pull shot, but it's just that he couldn't get the distance. Long boundary on that side. Simple catch for the deep square leg fielder. But well played to Reza Hendricks. He's out after playing a really good knock of 37 from 31 balls. And South Africa are now 116 for 2 after 12.5 overs. So the new batter now to the crease for South Africa is Ruben Herman. One ball left in this over. Ruben Herman is a power hitter himself. .65 needed from 43 balls for South Africa to win this. Last ball of the over now from Zachary Fox. He's picked up the big wicket of Reza Hendricks. But the batters will keep coming. Still Dewald Brevis will come after this. For now it's Ruben Herman on strike. Last ball of the over. And Herman pulls it leg side. Picks up a single. Gets off the mark with a single. Fumble by the fielder, but it will only be a single to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over and the big wicket of Reza Hendricks. And South Africa are now 117 for 2 after 13 overs. So at this same stage, New Zealand were 120 for 2 at the end of their 13 overs. South Africa are 3 runs behind. But when you are chasing 64 runs to win in the last 7 overs, that is a very much gettable equation. Just need one big over to close out the contest, and that is what South Africa will be thinking about. New Zealand should be thinking about squeezing as long as possible. Mitchell Santner comes back into the attack. And Herman punches it on the back foot straight to covers. It's a dot ball to start the over. And this time Ruben Herman flicks it leg side. Picks up a single and gives the strike to Rassie van der Dussen. And van der Dussen also gently flicks it leg side. He's picked up a single, looking to come back for the second. And good running between the wickets. Couple of runs completed by Rassie van der Dussen. So he does keep the strike. 3 balls left in this over. Boundaries have dried up a little bit for South Africa. And again, Rassie van der Dussen flicks it leg side, picks up another single and gives the strike to Ruben Herman. So is this run chase going down to the wire now for South Africa? 60 needed from 38 balls. Two balls left in this over. What is Ruben Herman planning? And he cuts it back to the bowler. It's another dot ball here. So New Zealand are beginning to squeeze here after the wicket of Reza Hendricks. These two batters haven't found the boundary yet. And this time Herman flicks it leg side. Down the ground to long on. And it's good running between the wickets. Couple of runs to finish that over. 6 runs came from that over, and South Africa are now 123 for 2 after 14 overs. So 6 overs left. South Africa need 58 from the last 6 overs to win this final. So Adam Milne now brought back into the attack, and straight away Rassie defends to point. Dot ball to start the over. Is there some pressure slowly building on South Africa now? South Africa need to keep finding the boundaries, because another 2 quiet overs like this, New Zealand will feel that they can suddenly come back and win this match. You don't want to get into that kind of a situation, particularly after the openers have done a really good job actually for South Africa in this match. Oh, that's a leading edge, and I think it lands just short of mid-off. Ooh, Rassie van der Dusen was checking his shot. It's taken the leading edge. Just short of mid-off. Another dot ball. So good start to this over from Adam Milne. 2 dot balls. And Rassie will begin to feel the pressure. And this time Rassie van der Dusen flicks it leg side towards deep mid-wicket, picks up another single and gives a strike to Ruben Herman. Suddenly now the required run rate has gone about 10. Ruben Herman can play the big shots. We all know about Ruben Herman's capability. Need to find the boundary here. Adam Milne is coming around the wicket to Ruben Herman. Just 1 run from this over so far. So Ruben Herman on strike now. Can he find the boundary? He's hit it in the air. Has he got enough on it? What has happened there? It's gone for 4. It's gone for 4. 1 bounce 4. So Ruben Herman has finally found the boundary. Full delivery. And Herman hit it down the ground. First boundary for Ruben Herman in this innings. Two more deliveries left in this over. He's hit it again leg side. Ball is racing away. They've completed the single. They've completed the double. They're coming back for the triple. Good running between the wickets from these two batters. 3 runs completed. So 8 runs have come from this over now. Still 1 ball left. I think Rassie van der Dusen should just clear his mind and go for 1 big shot. One ball left in this over. 8 runs have come from this over so far. Can Adam Milne close out this over well? And Rassie van der Dusen goes big. Has he got enough? No, he hasn't. Into the hands of long on. Another wicket goes down. So Adam Milne has finished well in that over. Picks up a wicket on the last ball of that over. It was in the slot to be hit for Rassie van der Dusen, but he didn't get enough timing on it. And he has holed out at long on. Big boundaries. Straight down the ground at this venue. And Adam Milne strikes for New Zealand. Is there still life in this contest? A good catch down there at long on. Rassie van der Dusen will be disappointed. Van der Dusen departs after scoring 18 runs from 17 balls. And South Africa are now 131 for 3 after 15 overs. So this match might be going down to the wire now. The new batter to the crease for South Africa is Dewald Brevis. Young batter, known to play the big shots. 5 overs left, 50 to get for South Africa. With Ruben Herman and Dewald Brevis at the crease, you would still think that South Africa can do this. But is there any twists left in this game now? Dewald Brevis has come in very much capable of the big shots. He will not be wanting to waste any time. Will go for the big shot straight away. So Zachary Foakes into the attack and Herman hits it down the ground straight into the hands of long on. Another wicket goes down. What is happening here? First ball of the 16th over. In fact, Jacob Duffy was brought back into the attack. First ball of the over. Ruben Herman has holed out at long on. And another wicket goes down for South Africa. Are they capitulating once again? The 4th wicket goes down. Dear oh dear. Still life in the contest for New Zealand. Ruben Herman departs after scoring 11 runs from 8 balls. And South Africa are now 131 for 4 after 15.1 overs. Well, New Zealand are still alive in this game actually. Suddenly, South Africa are 4 down. They were looking so good to chase this total down. But this is what is called the pressure of run chase in a final. And it's getting to South Africa here. New batter to the crease now for South Africa is George Linde. Corbin Bosch still left to come after this for batting. Even Senior and Muthuswamy can bat. But they would not want to go down so deep in the batting lineup. So Jacob Duffy now bowling to George Linde. And that's defended back to the bowler. Another dot ball here. The pressure is slowly getting to South Africa now. Well, South Africa were cruising in the run chase. Now suddenly there's some pressure here. And Linde drives past point. Ball goes towards deep third man. Just a single and gives the strike to Dewald Brevis, who has just arrived at the crease. All South Africa need is a few big shots to bring the equation down. But instead they are losing wickets and putting more pressure on themselves. We have seen South Africa do this a lot of times when they are in comfortable situations. Are they doing it again here? 3 balls left in this over. What is Brevis going to do? Oh, Brevis looking to pull it away. They are appealing for a catch. Umpire has given it as a wide. You don't have reviews here in this Tri Series. You don't have the DRS system. Oh, Brevis would have had his heart in his mouth. That would have been a huge wicket at this stage. But it's given as a wide, and Brevis is still there. 3 balls left in this over. One thing about Devalt Brevis, he has that fearless attitude, the fearless approach. Can that fearless approach take South Africa home today? Brevis drives down the ground towards long on, picks up another single and gives the strike to George Linde. This is where I feel South Africa are missing someone like a Heinrich Klaasen or even a David Miller to finish the innings. With George Linde coming in at number 6. Of course, EK is also a capable hitter. But David Miller and Klaasen have been doing that for years for South Africa. Has driven through the offside by George Linde. Picks up another single and gives the strike to Devalt Brevis. Just 4 runs have come from this over and the wicket of Ruben Herman. 1 ball left in this over. Pressure is building again on South Africa. Just wonder if Devalt Brevis is going to go after Duffy here. Last ball of the over. Oh, that's a good bouncer, but he's uppercut it over the keeper and into the boundary for 4 towards deep third man. That is a very clever shot from Brevis. First boundary for Devalt Brevis today. Ends the over. 8 runs came from that over and South Africa are now 139 for 4 after 16 overs. So 4 overs left, 42 to get for South Africa. So Adam Milne now brought back into the attack, but is continuing in the attack. George Linde on strike. And Linde drives through point, picks up a single and gives a strike to Devalt Brevis. Now this is going to be an interesting battle. Brevis versus Adam Milne to see who triumphs. And that was a very clever shot from Brevis actually, the uppercut. Raced away for 4, the last ball of the previous over. The required run rate is 10.70. South Africa in need of boundaries here. That's nicely defended by Brevis towards point. It's a dot ball at this stage. Valuable dot ball for New Zealand. Required run rate goes above 11. When is Brevis planning to explode? So Devalt Brevis on strike, big delivery. Oh, it's appeal for LBW, umpire says not out. And more importantly, it's another dot ball, there's no DRS. Ooh, that was a big decision. But more importantly, it's a dot ball for New Zealand. Getting even more tough for South Africa now. Just 1 run from this over, still 3 balls left. Goodness gracious me. New Zealand are still there in this game, fighting. It's all on Brevis now. Can he clear the boundary? That's flicked away by Brevis. Has he found the gap? Oh, that's a good effort in the deep. Good fielding. Another couple of runs for Dewald Brevis. So he keeps the strike. Still 2 balls left in this over. This is the last over for Adam Milne today. Jacob Duffy still has 1 over left. Matt Hendry has 2 overs left, I guess. That is really good fielding down there at long on. So 2 balls left in this over. Brevis is itching, is wanting to clear the boundary very badly. Is this going down to the wire now? He is hit at the top edge. There's no fielder there. And Brevis will get another single. Ooh, Brevis is living dangerously here. He got hit on the pad once, was given not out, and now he's got a single off a top edge. Just 4 runs have come from this over. Excellent bowling from Adam Milne. 1 ball left in this over. I think George Linde has the license to go for it now. I think this delivery should be a free hit for George Linde. Let's go for the big shot. The last ball of the over. George Linde on strike. And Linde flicks it leg side towards square leg. Picks up a quick single. And George Linde will keep the strike for the next over. Excellent over from Adam Milne. Just 5 runs came from that over. And South Africa are now 144 for 4 after 17 overs. 37 runs needed to win from the last 3 overs for South Africa. So who is going to bowl this 18th over for New Zealand here? This match is going down to the wire. 37 needed from the last 18 balls. It looked at one stage like South Africa were cruising in this run chase. But a sudden flurry of wickets in the middle overs has brought New Zealand back into this match. And it suddenly looks like anybody's game. Zachary Foakes has been given the ball. Very important over. George Linde on strike. And it's a full toss. Linde hits it down the ground towards long on. Picks up a single. And gives the strike to Dewald Brevis. And this is a big moment now. Brevis versus Zachary Foakes. The next 5 deliveries could be big deliveries. So Dewald Brevis on strike. Oh, that's a short ball. Is it a wide? Yes, it's given as a wide. So extra ball, extra run. Brevis has to choose one over to target and go for the big shots freely. That is the only way he can succeed in it. He always has a free swing of the bat, but this is some pressure time here. We'll just calm down a little. 5 balls left in this over. And Brevis hits it over extra covers for 6. What a shot that is. Under pressure, Dewald Brevis has found the 6 which South Africa needed badly. And now it becomes 29 from 16. Brings up the 150 for South Africa with that 6. And that is a huge 6 from Dewald Brevis in the context of this match. So 29 needed from 16 balls. Brevis is having a look around the field. Oh, that's a full delivery. He's looking for a single. And that's good running between the wickets. A good Yorker there from Zachary Fox. Brevis inside edged it onto his pads, I think, but he's completed the single and given the strike to Linde. And I think now Linde has to go for it actually. He's played 6 balls, he has scored 5 runs, but now I think George Linde has the license to go for it. Linde is a capable hitter of the ball, we all know. Another one of those run chases going down to the wire. Linde hits it in the air. Has he got enough? Yes, 1 bounce, 4. Towards deep extra covers. First boundary for George Linde. And I told you he has the license. He will go for it. Finds the boundary. And big over here for South Africa. 13 runs from this over so far. Still 2 balls left. Two balls left in this over. 13 runs have come from this over from Zachary Fox. Linde has the license to go for it. The Fox is coming around the wicket to Linde. And Linde drives straight to covers. And there's a fumble at covers which allows the single to get completed. And he gives the strike to Dewald Brevis. Fourteen runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left and Dewald Brevis is on strike. He's already hit a 6 in this over. Can he hit another? That will release most of the pressure. Last ball of the over. Brevis on strike. And Brevis hits it in the air. Down the ground to long off. Picks up another single to finish that over. So Brevis will keep the strike for the next over. 15 runs came from that over from Zachary Fox. And South Africa are now 159 for 4 after 18 overs. So this match is still going down to the wire. 22 needed for South Africa from the last 2 overs. And what a match this is turning out to be. New Zealand at the same stage after 18 overs were 163 for 4. South Africa are 159 for 4. So it's going to be Jacob Duffy to bowl the penultimate over. And this over might decide this match. Jacob Duffy has figures of 1 for 21 in his 3 overs. Dewald Brevis is on strike. First ball of the penultimate over. Full toss, he's hit it in the air, he hasn't got timing on it. But he still gets 4, has he? Or has it gone all the way? It has gone all the way for 6. What a shot that is. Just one hand off the bat from Dewald Brevis. But he's hit it all the way. 6 to start the over. What a shot that was from Dewald Brevis. One hand came off the bat and he's cleared the boundary. Pressure on Jacob Duffy now. That's again hit down the ground by Brevis, but this time there is a fielder there who fumbles. And it will be another couple of runs for Dewald Brevis. He does keep the strike. And is he bringing South Africa home here? Just 14 runs needed from 10 balls now for victory. Dewald Brevis, he is playing a really good knock here under pressure. That was a fumble in the deep, which allowed a couple of runs. So still 4 balls left in this over. Brevis is surely going to go for it again. That's a slower short ball. Brevis going for the cut shot, not able to make connection. Another dot ball here. Brevis should calm down a little bit. Still 14 runs to get. Oh dear, what a final this is turning out to be. Three balls left in this over. Brevis connects. I think it's gone long enough. Yes, it has. All the way for 6. That is a monster. That is a monstrous 6 from Dewald Brevis. Second 6 in this over. And he's brought it down to 8 needed from 8 now. Whoa, what an innings Dewald Brevis is playing under pressure. Third 6 in this innings for Dewald Brevis. And surely now he is bringing South Africa home here in this Tri Series final. Well, Dewald Brevis is showing that he is here to stay for South Africa. Under pressure, just when we thought that South Africa were again crumbling under pressure, this man Dewald Brevis has come in and he has scored 30 from just 13 deliveries with 1 4 and 3 sixers at a strike rate of 230.77. And just 8 needed now, and surely now I think South Africa will start to believe, although still 8 runs to get. And this time Brevis pulls it away leg side towards deep mid wicket, picks up a single and gives the strike to George Linde. 15 runs have come from this over. Surely Dewald Brevis is the man of the moment here. So George Linde on strike, last ball of the over. Can Linde find the boundary and make it easier for South Africa? 7 needed from 7. I think Matt Henry will be bowling the last over. Last ball of the over now. Swing and a miss from George Linde. So it's a dot ball to finish that over. 15 runs came from that over, and South Africa are now 174 for 4 after 19 overs, and they need 7 runs to win from the last over. So Jacob Duffy has finished his spell. Adam Milne has finished his spell. Is it going to be Matt Henry to bowl the last over for New Zealand? Is there still any more twists left in this match, or can Brevis and Linde finish this off? Just 7 needed. 1 boundary does it, or at least brings them closer. So it is going to be Matt Henry to bowl the last over, and it is going to be Dewald Brevis who will be on strike. He has played a good knock under pressure. Can he finish this for South Africa? First ball of the last over. Brevis on strike. Oh, that's a good delivery. A dot ball to start the over. Oh dear. 7 needed from 5. Any final twists left or what here? That is an excellent delivery. Brevis was looking to uppercut. I think it was too close to his body. And a dot ball to start the over. Goodness gracious me, 7 runs needed from 5 balls. Just a matter of 1 hit right for Dewald Brevis. Just one more 6 in 5 deliveries. He's gone again. Has he got enough on it? Has he got enough on it? Oh, the catch is taken on the boundary at deep mid wicket. And Brevis has to go. What a catch that is on the boundary. And still some twists in this match yet. It looked as though Dewald Brevis had got enough on it. But what a catch that is from Michael Bracewell. I think he has completed the catch. They're going to be checking the catch here. And another twist in this match. Oh, goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. Still 7 needed from 4 balls. Has he touched the boundary there, Michael Bracewell? I don't think so. I think this is going to be out. They're checking the catch. Oh my goodness. Corbin Bosch will come after this. 7 needed from 4, I guess, if this is not a 6. But I think he has taken it cleanly here, Michael Bracewell. Thrown it back and then came back and taken the catch. So I think this will be out here. Oh my goodness, what a match this is turning out to be. It is given us out, so Brevis will have to go. Dewald Brevis is out after playing a good knock of 31 from 16 balls. South Africa now 174 for 5 after 19.2 overs. So Matt Henry picking up the big wicket of Dewald Brevis. Still 7 runs needed from 4 deliveries now. Corbin Bosch is the new batter to the crease. Can hit a long ball. It's just a matter of 2 boundaries for South Africa. What a thriller this is turning out to be. Corbin Bosch can hit a long ball, as I mentioned. 4 balls left, 7 runs needed. But Matt Henry has been bowling well actually. Here we go. Corbin Bosch on strike. And he's pulled it away. Corbin Bosch. Fielder comes in, puts it down. And they pick up a couple of runs as well. Oh my goodness. It was another catch actually at deep mid wicket for Michael Bracewell. But this time he put it down. Couple of runs completed. 3 balls left. 5 runs to get. Oh my goodness, any super over chances here? I am wondering. That was another catching opportunity for Michael Bracewell. Nevertheless, 5 needed from 3 now. That's flicked in the air. It's in the gap. They have completed a single. Are they going to come back for the second? No, they are not. Linde has slipped, I think. So it will only be a single and George Linde will be on strike. With 2 balls left, 4 runs to get. What a thriller this is turning out to be. It has gone down to the absolute wire. George Linde has hit only one boundary so far, batting on 10 from 9 deliveries, and he needs to find the boundary with 2 balls left in this innings. It's all about handling pressure now. So Matt Henry taking his time here. George Linde, can he be the hero for South Africa? Here's Matt Henry, big delivery. 4 to get for South Africa. And that's it down the ground. Has he got enough? No, he hasn't. The catch is taken at long on. Oh my goodness. And it's going to be the new batter on strike. Have South Africa messed this up once again? Linde hit it in the air. And an outstanding catch down there at long on. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. Now suddenly it's 4 to get from the last ball. How have South Africa messed this up again? Excellent catch by Daryl Mitchell down there at long on. Goodness gracious me, George Linde departs. After scoring 10 runs from 10 balls, South Africa now 177 for 6 after 19.5 overs. So the new batter to the crease now for South Africa is Senioran Muthuswamy. And he needs to hit a boundary of this delivery to win this match for South Africa. What an over this has been from Matt Henry. There's 3 runs from this over and 2 wickets in this over. And it has all come down to this now. 4 needed from the last ball. It's going to be Senioran Muthuswamy now on strike. Can he find the boundary here? He has the capability with the bat. Or does South Africa have the capability of scoring 3 runs? So all come down to this last ball. 4 needed. Here we go, last ball of the innings. And a swing and a miss, and New Zealand have done it. New Zealand have done it. South Africa once again couldn't chase down 181. They were looking good for the most part of the run chase. But Matt Henry has bowled an amazing last over. Just 3 runs conceded in the last over, and he's picked up 2 wickets in the last over. And in the end, it's New Zealand who come up triumphs against South Africa, and they have won this Tri Series all the way unbeaten. They have won it. South Africa, unfortunately, once again going down to New Zealand in a final. Goodness gracious. How the hell have South Africa messed this up? They were looking good for the major part of the run chase. Even while Dewald Brevis was going for the big shot, still they were looking good. But unfortunately, once again, South Africa just not able to close it out when it matters the most. Surely will be disappointed actually. The opening partnership came good for South Africa today. Dewald Brevis did well. They just needed one more big hit to seal the deal in the last over. And they couldn't get it. What a catch that was from Michael Bracewell in the last over to dismiss Dewald Brevis. It will be disappointment for South Africa actually. This has been their problem for a long time now. They come close, but they are never able to finish things off. And it's once again New Zealand who have triumphed here against South Africa. They have won it all the way, unbeaten actually, this Tri Series. Outstanding bowling, outstanding batting. And it's New Zealand who have gotten over the line. Look at the South African batting card. Lewande Pretorius played an outstanding knock of 51. Reza Hendricks also looked good. Lower down the order, some contributions from Dewald Brevis and George Linde. Came so close once again, but again not able to finish things off. How many times have South Africa been so close like this and then not able to close it out? I mean, I don't have any count actually. At least South Africa won the World Test Championship last month. It was just a matter of one big hit in the last over. Just 7 to win from the last over for South Africa. Surely you would back South Africa to chase down 7 runs in the last over, right? An outstanding last over from Matt Henry, just conceding 3 runs in the last over, picking up 2 wickets. And that two big wickets of George Linde and Dewald Brevis. And in the end, it's New Zealand once again who have won this Tri Series here by 3 runs, defeating South Africa in this final. New Zealand already won a Tri Series in February this year, beating Pakistan in that final. And now once again, New Zealand beating South Africa here in Zimbabwe and winning this Tri Series unbeaten all the way. As far as South Africa is concerned, I think this should be another learning experience for them. Of course, this is not an ICC tournament though. This is only a Tri Series final, but still it will hurt South Africa because they were so close to chasing it. Like, they brought the equation down to 8 runs needed from 8 balls, and still they have found a way to not get over the line. And that has been the problem with South Africa actually. But nevertheless, this is not an ICC tournament, this is not an ICC final, so South Africa can just take it easy. It's another loss for them, but they would have wanted to win this Tri Series. But once again, New Zealand too good actually. Their bowling attack has been really good in this Tri Series. New Zealand have come up trumps here, defeating South Africa by just 3 runs. But what a final, what a nail-biting thriller we have seen. Last ball thriller going New Zealand's way. So that concludes our coverage of this Tri Series which has happened in Zimbabwe. There's been a thoroughly outstanding Tri Series. New Zealand winning the Tri Series in the end by 3 runs. And they're going to be lifting the Tri Series trophy. So we'll be back again with more cricket matches in our channel. So until then, take care guys. Cheers and good night.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and and share.